Welcome back. It's the Palm Wine Podcast.
And it's the Palm Wine Podcast.
Hey.
And it's the Palm Wine Podcast.
And it's the Palm Wine Podcast. And it's the Palm Wine Podcast.
In that is you.
You guys
How
have been
you
asking when we're coming back and we're here. Happy New Year. It's 2022. We're a bit of a month late, but you know, January is very long. It's actually about 8 weeks. So we're here now in ripe February. Sun's out. I've got the palm wine colours on.
Right,
you know,
she doesn't call that. I got it in my hair still. I got it in my hair. It's in the hair. It's in the hair. All right. So just a little intro before we go into our episode, but we want to do something just to give you a bit of just to give us something back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously we're gonna just do a little bit of a small Q&A just to get let you lot get to know us again, innit? So obviously I'm Kwaku, obviously young 20 plus year old, innit? Ghanaian, obviously South London, originally South London based, but at the ends now.
in the sticks.
In the sticks. It's a shame. But yeah, so love football, love God, you know, I'm a Christian first and foremost. Love playing football, support Arsenal. Recovering from a knee injury, you know, would have went pro if it wasn't for that knee injury when I got, you know.
That's what they all
That's what we say. But it's true, you know.
There's about 500 of you on the bench.
Yeah. Listen, man, don't play on the bench, you get me? It's a starter. You're done now. Love cooking, socialising, all of that. So Sahara, fire away.
As he said, I'm Sahara. Welcome back. As you guys know, I love my poetry, even though I have had the maddest mind block, or what is it, writer's block for so long. I love poetry, love my music, I love dancing, love acting, etc. Performing arts, basically. Also like my sports. I'm predominantly more into boxing out of everything. If you want to ask me about boxing, that is my forte in terms of
AJ,
sport.
Magdalena.
and obviously I love to talk. That's why I'm half of the Palm Wine Podcast. But yeah, so welcome back.
All right, so before we get into any major things, right, I want to just ask you a couple stuff like, so obviously last year we dropped our first season.
Yeah.
And what would you say was your favourite? Oh wait, by the way, before we even go into that, make sure you follow us on our socials.
Oh, well done. We're rusty.
On Twitter at Palm Wine Pod.
Oh Lord.
On Instagram at Palm Wine Podcast. And make sure that you use our hashtags, which will be on this place down below. So, as I was saying, got a bit of housekeeping that we had to get through. What has been, obviously we dropped our first season in March. We started our first recording, our first season, we dropped it in like March or April.
It was, we recorded in March and
dropped
then
it in April. So April, and then we went all the way up until like August. Yeah? For season 1. So what was your favourite episode to record in season 1?
My favourite episode was episode 2, which was Are Your Friends Really Your Friends? 2 after the party's done, these two have called to come and bitch about the other two and laugh about the fact that this one's toes were looking like this in the shoe. It's stuff like that. And it's like, instead of you to be there as a friend and tell me I'm pigeon footing at the rave.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can tell you when I raw, sorry. But, no, but, you know when it's like, it's like... Yeah, you know what I mean? As a friend or whatever, or that my left armpit was humming, you know what I mean? You're going to go and bitch behind my back. Definitely. Don't know what I was on that day, but my energy was up. You know, sometimes when we come here, me and Kwaku are very busy people. We work extremely hard and work drains us, and we have social lives as well. So when we come and do these things here, this is extra curricular activities. So my energy was out that day. Obviously, I had some good sleep. The Sahara that I am was out ready to cuss and cause commotion. But I think that one is me as literally a person. I think as well with this we're getting to know each other, so I think that threw you off as well, because I was saying stuff and you were like, whoa, what's going on?
What's going on here?
Yeah, for real. So I think that was a good one in terms of banter, and it actually showed how myself and Kwaku actually are like the fun loving banterous part of us. Also like the fact that we covered serious topics such as the mental health in the Black community. You can be expressing yourself to whether it's your parent, your auntie, a carer, or anything who is Black, and it's almost like, you know what I mean, they hear you and it's kind of like, oh, it's okay, never mind, you know what I mean, now go and cook me food or something. And it's kind of like, no, it doesn't work like that sometimes. And I feel like crying is seen as a weakness. Being sad is seen as a weakness. Being down is seen as a weakness. And it's looked down upon. And these are normal human emotions sometimes. I think I've read something somewhere where mental health isn't necessarily, it can be something that lasts a day, and it can be something that lasts a month. It can be something that lasts a year. It can be longer than that. I suppose a podcast is good in the sense of where actually it's very therapeutic as well. So we're not only just here to be joking and laughing. We're here, we're giving a bit of education. We're giving a bit of, this is what we've gone through. You avoid this, or this is what to do next time as well. So yeah, I think those are I've mentioned 3. So yeah, those are mine. You put
3?
Yeah.
Cool. Since you mentioned 3, I'm going to mention 3.
Okay, cool.
So I would say my favourite episode, actually, recording-wise, was the episode we had with Kamal and Aaliyah.
Yeah, I forgot about that one, actually. That one was good. That was good.
I think that was episode 7, and we titled that one, If You're Taking Me on a Date and You Can't Pay, I'm Walking Away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I cannot lie to you, there was one thing Kamal said which sent me to Tesco's. My chest was on flames. Listen, Tesco's. I think he was saying, if a girl asks a man out on a date, the home training's a bit wild still.
When you go on your first date, what's your intention in terms of payment? So, first question.
Okay.
Is if the person, whoever asks, do you agree, pays for the date? First question.
Well, I've never known a girl to ask for the first date. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel for the parenting at that point.
Oh,
but
no.
See, now you're attacking mothers and fathers.
Controversial statements.
Listen, he said they were paying from early, innit? And he gave a disclaimer.
Raised correctly. They came from an unstable home.
yes, exactly. So, you know, that's too far. Yes, definitely state your intentions, but no, you can't be asking for the date. You can drop the little C's. It would be nice to go here. It would be nice to go there, but do not ask for a date, ladies. Please. And,
you know what? He looked at the camera. I said that. He said, "Are you rude? Are you rude or are you rude?"
But to land, yeah, I'm old school. So if first date, I got that.
I'm paraphrasing it, but it was just the principle that he said that. I said,
No, it was Aaliyah's comment when she went, what do you call it? But why are you singing? That's the bit that killed me.
No, but if you got game, you could just, you know, slide and drop 2 bars and pick up your babes.
What are you going to say? I got a Black Oyster card.
No, you just drop a young, I know you from somewhere, baby. Young ting.
Yeah, no, like if you can sing, yeah, you're probably sold. It's true.
Yeah. We don't talk about that.
For me, you know.
Really?
You don't like a man?
Do you know, like, why are you singing?
That's the bit that killed me. She's like, but why are you singing? That's the bit that I was like clutching my pearls.
She's like, whoo.
Yeah. And considering as well, that was the first time, knew Kamal already, but that was the first time I met Aaliyah as well.
Yeah.
The chemistry between the 4 of us, that was our first group one as well.
Yeah, the first proper group one was good. We've had guests on before, but I think when we have like a big group of us, I don't know, it's just fun. Like it's just different opinions, different stories. I loved it. I'd say the one that was most impactful to me as well, again, was one of the more serious ones that we talked about, which was like it was either the mental health one, or which was episode 5, which I think was titled either episode 3. I think it's episode 3. Episode 3, which was titled, I can't remember the title, but it's episode 3. Make sure you watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll link it somewhere.
We'll link it in our description down below and stuff like that. So, it was because mental health is such a big stigma in the Black community. It was so real. It was such a real conversation where I started to see how my own mental health and my own ideas surrounding mental health were being transpired and could have even been projected into the next generation. Do you know what I mean? So that was also big as well, if I'm being honest. And then I think my other favourite, I think the best part of the pod is that, for me personally, is that, like you said before, it allows us to express ourselves, and it also gives me the platform to address certain topics in the community that are taboo. Cannot talk about. Not.
Yeah, you should just let it be.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah. And
for me, that's what it is. At the end of the day, I think it is just about getting yourself out there, and not just getting yourself out there, but being a voice of change.
Yeah.
You know, challenging the status quo.
Yeah.
And the best thing, and that's why I said I like doing the podcast. I love doing the podcast because it is just a fun venture. It's a fun experience. It takes away from the mundane life. Don't get me wrong, like work is working it. Money have to get, do you know what I mean? Money have to get grabbed. But it's just fun. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it is just fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, yeah, so what would you say, like, what would you say you've learnt from doing the pod so far? Like, what would you say has been your biggest challenge of it and stuff?
I think since we've been gone, it's about 6 months, isn't it?
Hey, we don't talk.
But yeah, since we've been gone, I think I've been practicing what I've been preaching, which is I've been going out there. I've been finding people who, what do you call it? I genuinely care for me, and I have that around me now. I've been speaking my mind, but not in the typical cussing way or whatever that Sahara would normally do it. I've been saying this is wrong, etc. And just also networking, going places that I wouldn't normally go, making sure that I'm resting, of course, as well, and putting myself first in that sense, doing activities. December, I went, what do you call it? Archery.
She said she was trying to lick off the arrows.
Yeah, archery. I did some indoor rifle shooting. Like, I love stuff like this, but I think the pandemic and everything as well gets you caught up in the fact that I'm deep, you deep it. Like, we're getting old. Whether we like it or not. Still young, but we're getting old. So, yeah, I think I've been definitely practicing what I'm preaching in terms of what I've said here. Definitely just being positive. I've been getting in tune with my spirituality as well. So, yeah, I'm definitely feeling overall more positive compared to even when we were recording starting in April last year.
Definitely.
What about yourself?
I would say being bolder. Before I was a bit more like, yeah, it is what it is, but now I'm just like, if I see something I don't like,
you're speaking exactly. Though.
It is what it is, isn't it? And I think a lot of it is it's learning about the different mentalities. So the one thing that I've gained is a new perspective, and I think that's key. You can't go into life with the same perspective. It will stifle your growth, and I think I've grown a lot because I've looked at things from not just from my own view, but I've tried to take myself out of my perspective and put myself into someone else's shoes. Yeah,
precisely.
And understanding that I'm not the only person that is going to have a specific mindset, and understanding that my mindset is not the truth. It's my truth. It's not the truth, which is important. But I think that's the biggest thing for us so far, in that regard, actually. But just one more question before we go for this part. If you could watch one episode again from start to finish, like have your mind slate wiped clean, what would it be on my pod?
I think it would, in terms of, I think you mentioned the Elia Kamal one, so I'd probably want to watch that one. But also the one that we didn't, and we were so excited, was an episode that we didn't get to air, unfortunately, because unfortunately some of the footage got lost. So yeah, I think that one, because I think we managed to have the audio, but we didn't have the actual video for it. So I think that one, and the banter in that one again was absolutely flying.
Absolutely
so I was actually vexed because we had to come back and try and imitate it as well, and it just wasn't the same.
Yeah, so I think for me, I would probably say if I could wipe my slate clean off an episode, let me wipe. That's actually a good question. Didn't even have the answer myself. I'd definitely say the friends are your friends really your friends one. That one had me rolling. I'd like when we look back at it and we actually think and we see what we got going on with what we were saying in the episode. A lot of it is key, and a lot of it is a lot of balance. But it was hilarious. I loved it. I absolutely loved it watching it back again. Yeah. But I'd definitely go back and watch that one again. Yeah. But yeah, that's been our little get to know for season 2.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Welcome back. You know, we're here. So thank you, everybody. Make sure you follow us again on the Instagram, which is
Palm Wine Podcast,
and on the Twitter, which is @PalmWinePod.
I thought I was gonna stay in season 1, you know.
No, it's not saying it's back. It's back with a bang. You get me? But thank you, and I hope you keep watching. Make sure you follow us and watch every episode that you haven't watched on YouTube. Season 1 will be on the description down below. And love.